Hello everyone, Josh here with Texas Games, bringing y'all another Awaken Chaos Air video, and today I'm going to be showcasing my 6-star Jonathan on the current week's guild boss. We're also going to be, I guess, throwing in our level 60 Santis that we just made level 60 here on this free-to-play account. Now, she's a vanilla, and what that means is she has no dupes. If you watched my last free-to-play series episode, I believe it was episode 8, you'll notice that I mentioned quite a few times about how I just could not synthesize any copies of Santis right now because I do not have any more Elsons outside of the ones that I already had when I built them up to 5-star earlier on when I was working on this account. So unfortunately, we do not have any Santis dupes, but I do have her max glyphed. Well, I don't want to say max glyphed. I think she's like missing one more glyph on her level 5. I just got done doing all of her abilities. So she's just there as an extra water DPS because we really don't have any other ones outside of Celine, and Celine just does not do anything. We're running, of course, William for the counterattacks, the defense down, the joint attacks, the increased damage on skill 1s. We're running Connor as our healer, our supporter, obviously, because he has those shields that are very, very nice. That do not have Blackhorn, so obviously I have to run Connor, who is going to be just basically type neutral here. And then, of course, our boy Jonathan, who is completely max glyphed 60 with 4 dupes in him. I will show you guys their stats at the end, so, you know, stick around, rather. We're running both the heal spells just for more survivability. I believe my highest score right now on this guild boss was like 103k, so it wasn't bad for, you know, this only being like a 2.5-week old account, but I'm really trying to push that level 20 chest here. Especially for the foodie, so I can continue going through the foodie missions. So we'll see what happens, you know. We're gonna go ahead and put this on our see Jonathan is he's a tank DPS, so we don't really need to focus too much on beefing him up. I think I'm gonna put this on, kind of want to put this on my Connor. I feel like Santis will be okay as well. He's got a decent amount of HP. All my characters, I believe, have over 10k HP. Like 10 or 11k plus for all of them. I know Jonathan's somewhere around 12k, I believe, maybe. But I'm pretty sure they're all over 10k. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on Santis, but I'm pretty sure they all are. Now, I would love to have a curse set for Santis, but I don't. Unfortunately, not yet anyways. I'm trying to work hard to being able to do Tide to do that. Let's see. So I gotta familiarize myself again with Santis. It's been a while. So we got the poisons on skill 1. On skill 2, we got the duplicate all poison effects affecting them onto another enemy. And then, of course, the extension and poisons as well. Alright, so just go in here with a skill 1. Got the poison to go off. Not bad, considering we don't really have optimal gear on her, especially with focus on it. We just don't have that. So we could go for the defense down, do that early since we still have time to set up counter and everything else. Give Jonathan a bit more damage here if it goes through. It did, thank you. So we don't need to make him tanky right now, so we don't have to pop his passive. I'm sorry, not his passive, special. Go and do a skill 1. 5588, that is not bad. It's much better than I actually anticipated. I did a lot of tweaking on his gear as best I could with the gear I had because he was kind of disappointing me a bit in Ash, but I think we might have him somewhat useful now, which is awesome. We don't need to heal, obviously. 1300 damage there. So. Alright. Now we can do the counterattack. This will allow us to also apply more poisons. We still don't need to... We don't have our rage foot up yet, so I'm not going to blow his ult. And we still don't need to use his special because the boss isn't doing as much damage quite yet. 5600 on that one. That's not bad, actually. There's another poison. Hopefully. There we go. You're not having curse set or having her trait fully unlocked really sucks right now. I'll be honest. Then we could do a lot more with poisons that way. But hey, it is what it is. Poisons aren't going to be doing too much anyways in the early stages of this fight. Not until we get to probably to where he's like at around 100k plus HP. We still don't need to heal yet, so we're still doing good there. Please do Santis or Jonathan. Ah, Connor. Damn you. Alright, so we're at maximum rage. We unfortunately don't have a defense down right now. I just didn't want to risk running that spell because I feel like just more survivability with this team would be better, because we don't really have any, like, you know, prototypical hard hitters in this team. We have an HP defense type tank, okay, that self heals and has damage absorption on his skill too. You know, it mitigates some damage. But he has a nice ultimate, but the problem is his ultimate is more suited for multiple enemies. So I just felt survivability, being able to prolong our fight, would do more for us than just trying to go in and burst them down when we don't really have a burster on our team, if that makes sense. All right. I mean, this is still going to do okay damage considering it is an AoE. And we didn't have a defense down, so I mean, I'm not upset with it, but yeah, that's pretty much the idea. 38,000 so far. Poison should start doing much more damage now. Okay. We still don't need to use the brilliance boost. Damage reduction, don't need it. Not yet. Now, if you put them on AI, the AI is so bad. It'll use that every single time it's available. It's so annoying. Yeah, see, the poisons are starting to do a little bit of something here now. You love to see it. Good stuff. Yeah, we don't need that still. We're still doing okay on HP, and I can still pop a heal when we need it. So I might actually do that the next turn, depending on how hard Connor gets hit. So we'll see what happens. Starting to stack up some poisons here. Very nice. How many poisons we got now? 2, 3, 4. We only have 4. I was hoping that we had a little bit more than that, and they just weren't showing. Okay. Go ahead and do I want a defense down? See, I just don't really feel like we have the team that's built for doing burst damage, like I said. So I don't think we're gonna bother with trying to do defense down anymore. I think we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. The strategy's working so far. We're almost at 54k. Everyone's still looking pretty good HP wise, so things are looking up right now. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. All right, counterattack. Get a defense down. Rip. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this on our Santis. Let's check our HP actually. So Santis is 11k, 16k, 11k, and 10k. Yes, everyone was over 10k. Nice. We already have the shield on Connor. You know what? We're just gonna save it in case we got to put it back on Connor again, because he is gonna start taking some damage. I guess we can go ahead and heal now. Just for Connor's sake. He's struggling a little bit out here. It's a struggle for the boy. Let's just keep going. Alright. Get a poison or okay. It's always Connor. Connor. Why do you do this to me, man? Why do you do this to me, Connor? Why? Okay, we're at 68k now. Alright, nice. Again, my record is 103. That's what it was before. Okay. Got 3 poisons now. Let's go ahead and pop this now. Pop our shields. We're at 74.5k. We have 3 poisons. 2 of them still have 2 turns on them. I think I'm gonna pop 1 more poison, and then maybe I'll pop. Well, crap. I really wish the skill 2 was ready to go right now, actually. Okay. Yeah, we'll just pop skill 1 more time, and then we'll pop the ult next turn. Yeah, that'll work out fine. Hopefully we can get the poison right here. Come on. Nope. But at least it wasn't freaking Connor that time, thankfully. Okay. I'm actually wondering if that ult is even worth doing. Since we're running William, the skill 1 might actually be doing more damage, because it is a single target attack anyways. The ult's doing 100%. This would be doing 180. Are we getting 80% or more with max rage? I don't think we are. You know what? We'll check it and just find out. I should have probably watched it earlier in the fight. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it might be doing around the same or slightly more. Maybe just a tick more. Maybe. Because that was definitely well over 4K, almost 5K perhaps, and that's about what we're doing on a skill one, so it's kind of around there, I suppose. Alright, we still have our shield on Connor. We're okay still. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop the ult. Dantis is actually doing some good work here for us, considering that she has no curse set, not optimal gear, and she has no dupes. So I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised with how well she's performing here today, to be honest with you. I'm actually very happy with that. Throw up the counter attack again. And you guys and gals will notice we just don't use Jonathan's special too often. He's just so tanky. He's a great tank. But for DPS, not as much, obviously. We will look at the numbers at the end of the fight, and you're probably going to see that Santis is completely dominating in the damage department. But I am very curious to see what Jonathan is doing. All right, 57-55 is what he's doing. Okay, we're at 103, so I'm like already at my record right now. Okay, so we protected our Connor from death because we knew this was going to be an issue. We might start actually having to use Jonathan's skill 2 now, because he took a big chunk of damage there. Let me tell you what. All right, so let's pop that on him again, because he's still 2 turns away from healing, unfortunately. Antis might actually die. Oh, he actually died. Oh, that's right. Oh, boy. I made a bit of a misplay there. I wasn't even paying attention. I should have just put that on Santis. Well, crap happens. Crap happens, ladies and gentlemen. We still might get enough to... We need 133 to hit the 20. Can we hit the level 20? My goodness. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I'll be honest. Oh, that's going to be very helpful. Obviously, that's going to get her killed, but let's do this. We're going to actually finally use it for once. Oh, we're 10k away, man. K away. Oh, we're 10k away. We're so close, it's ridiculous. Oh, yes! We did it. We actually did. I can't believe it. We did it. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. All right, so now let's check out the numbers. I still think Santis is going to totally dominate the damage, but I'm glad that we got that. Guys, this account is 2.5 weeks old. I'm running around with spare parts, free-to-play resources, terrible gear, and I'm trying to make things work. I cannot honestly believe we just hit level 20 with that team, with the limitations that we had, to be honest. Like, okay, so Jonathan actually didn't do as bad as I thought. I honestly thought Santis was going to dominate that. Now, granted, if Santis had like 4 dupes in her, preferably 5 for the trait, and she had optimal gear, she probably would have completely dominated that fight. But that's still really good for Jonathan, because he's kind of being handicapped here. He can't really do much with his ultimate. His skill 2, his special, isn't very useful for fights like that either. As you saw, we like used it once the entire fight because we didn't need to use it any further. So he's kind of being really handicapped here. He's built more for like tower, bounty, harder story. So to see what he did in this fight is actually really good. So I'm not gonna say I'm impressed. I would say I'm satisfied. That's a better word for it. I'm satisfied with what Jonathan did here. 67.6k, almost 51k. We hit the level 20. It's all we cared about. Obviously, this gear's garbage. I don't care if it has good main stats or whatever. It's 4-star gear. I'm not using that. It's unfortunate we did not get 5-star or better gear there. But we did it. We hit level 20. So let's go ahead and show you guys real quick what the stats look like. Again, I'm not wearing any curse set or nothing. We're fully glyphed out, as I said, for Jonathan. Let's see here. So he's sitting at 37, almost 12k HP, almost 1300 defense, 112 speed. He's pretty slow because you don't get his speed plus 15 until you get a 5th dupe. And obviously I'm 1 short there, so he is going to be a bit slow. He's got really good crit rate. Crit damage is very low. You'd want that. If you got really high crit rate, you'd want your crit damage somewhere around, in the 200s, low 200s to mid 200s. I just don't have the gear for that, obviously. So with better gear, maybe even a curse set on him as well, since I am running William, you could probably make a pretty good amount of... You could probably squeeze a good bit of damage out of him. Like, you really could, I honestly think. But he's better suited for long-time fights, like long-term fights that are going to go a while, and you need a DPS that can be tanky and survive and self-heal himself. He's going to do all that in his kit, but that's where he's going to be a specialist at. All other content, he's going to fall kind of short, to be honest, of the bar for the standard that you'd want for a unit like that in your team. So don't expect this guy to go in Ash Magisteri and put in work, because he's not. Because that's a stage you're going to want to go in and go quick. Obviously, I have to use him because that's all I have on this account right now. Unless I build up one of my legendaries, which I really don't want to, because they have no dupes either. So I'd say for what it is, for what he could do for me, he did pretty good. He did a good job. He didn't do a great job. He did a good job. But, if I ever get into a tight spot, or I'm taking on a lot of fire enemies, and they're hitting really hard, he's going to be my man. So that is Jonathan. That is a showcase for Jonathan, guys and gals out there. He assisted and helped get to level 20 here in the guild boss, so that's awesome. That's all we wanted. Here is my Santis as well. I'm not showing you guys the gear sets because they don't matter, because they're just a bunch of mixed and matched parts. They're not actual sets. And I don't want to confuse people and thinking, oh, that must be a good set. No, I don't want to do that. They're bad sets. It's just the best I had, so that's why I'm sticking more so to the actual stats themselves. 2400 attack, 11,000 HP, 1100 defense, 153 speed, good crit rate, bad crit damage. Obviously, focus could be a little bit higher as well. Resistance is whatever. And on glyphs, there you go. And what I mean by gear, I'll just quickly show you guys. See, I'm running a crit set. I got one attack piece there. I got one HP piece there. Did I say HPP piece? Oh my god. HP Terra set piece. There we go. So I mean, that's just what I'm talking about. My gear is all over the place right now, but it's the best I have, and you have to put your best pieces together, even if it doesn't match up sets like you want. It's just sometimes that's the way it works out. Connor, I mean, look at Connor's gear, for crying out loud. It's all over the place. Got to use what you got. Whatever gives you the best sub rolls, you got to take it. Our glyphs, we got one done. The rest of them aren't really a priority outside of probably the Wild Blood, because you get the additional attack, so that'll help with his healing and his shields. His abilities, obviously, are done. So, and we got our boy William, who's still only 5-star, by the way. Maybe I'll get him to 6-star at some point. I don't know when. We'll see. Glyphs, same thing as Connor. Got one done. The rest, not so much. I'll say that one's a pretty good one to go for. The Ancestral. The Indomitable is also very, very good for him. And probably, yeah, both the Ancestral. So I'd probably grab those three. These two would definitely not be really a priority for me, to be honest. I'd probably not waste the stamina on those at this time. But the other three definitely would be really good on William. And William is, let's see here, he is at 16k, 1600 defense, 134 speed, 1600, almost 1650 attack. Very low focus as well, which is also bad. It's just, hey, until I'm able to get into a position where I can actually start farming gear consistently, like good 5-star plus gear, I'm not really too worried about getting the perfect gear right now. I'm just, using what I got. That gives, you got to use what you give, or you get rather. I'm all over the place, guys. What's that saying when you're playing football? You got to give what the defense gives you. Something like that is what we're doing here in this game on this free-to-play account. But we're getting there. We're cruising along. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoy that. I know you don't see Jonathan in action too often. So I'm glad I was able to provide that for you guys and gals out there. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here to the channel. Take notifications. Join us in the Discord in the description below. And sorry I'm not like all hyped and talking crazy like I do sometimes, all excitedly, but my throat just hurts a little bit, so sorry if it's a little rough. I would say that's pretty much going to do it. So, like the video if you guys did. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Until then, oh, and Merry Christmas, because when you see this video, it will be Christmas. And there you go. Have happy holidays. Until next time.